There's no easy way for me to say this, so listen up. The Tennessee Titans is coming. Well, they are coming for the AFC. That's right. It's going to be really exciting. Why? Because trading for Julio Jones does more for this team than you think it does. You probably look at this guy and say, a 30-year-old wide receiver, what does it mean? Approaching that age limit. I don't care. I really don't care. 32, whatever. It doesn't matter his age. But I'm telling you, with this trade, the Tennessee Titans are coming for the AFC. The entire conference, the entire division, doesn't matter. They're coming for it. And it's going to be fun to watch. But before we get to why they are going to, it's going to be awesome. Just before we get into why with this trade that they're going to come for the rest of the AFC, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Down below, leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support and love that you guys have already given us. You guys are truly awesome. Truly love you guys. Thank you so much. Julio Jones, for the better part of probably around a decade, has very, very easily been the best wide receiver, or at least in the conversation, for a long time in the entire NFL. I mean, it won a national championship with Alabama, and coming out of that, at least myself, was kind of wondering how I was going to go from there. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and there's not even a discussion. Talk about a guy that has nearly 13,000 receiving yards, 848 catches, and 60 touchdowns. He's certainly, without discussion, a first ballot Hall of Famer. Now you talk also about a guy that last year was, only active for about 9 games, about half the season, one more, and that'll be about the same thing with this new 17-game schedule, about the same, about half. But with Julio Jones only being active around half the season, he caught 51 balls for 771 yards and 3 touchdowns. Some NFL receivers would love to have that as a breakout season. And for this man, people are still just casting him out like he's used socks. It's just disrespectful. This is awful. But with what he's going to do with Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, Josh Reynolds, who I think is going to be a solid number 3 wide receiver, this is going to be a lot of fun. The Tennessee Titans now, their defense, I know for me, I had some initial question marks, but I don't have any more. Especially with this addition, they're going to put up and take care of a lot of things coming around this next year. The Titans, honestly, are going to be a fun team to watch. And it's not just about Julio Jones. We all know that it's going to be a run-first team. Derrick Henry's going to get the ball at least 20 times a game. We understand that. We totally get it. And it makes total sense because the man, he's the king. He's the king. We totally understand it. But at the end of the day, we cannot debate what this team is going to look like heading into the season. And especially with the addition of Julio Jones. Now, the Titans last year were a defense that was a little bit rough. Overall, they ranked in around that 24 mark according to ProFootballReference.com. Average, they had allowed 36 touchdown passes, only had about 15 interceptions and over 4,400 yards passing. Also allowed over nearly 2,000 yards rushing, 18 touchdowns on 400 carries, around that 4.5 yards per carry mark. They had 103 penalties, which is in the bottom tier in the NFL. And quite honestly, it's got a lot of places, this defense has got a lot of places that they need to improve. But I still think it's a championship/caliber defense. And it's not. I really think that people need to put more respect on the defense. Yes, that's a thing. But also, this is going to be a fun year to watch this offense blow up with Julio Jones. I full-heartedly believe that. Especially for what this man does and has left in the tank. And especially for what they were able to get in the draft. We talk about Caleb Farley, getting him at number 22 in the first round. Loved it. Even though I thought maybe he's probably going after Christian Darrisaw. It's whatever. Then you go and get Dylan Radins at a North Dakota State. Monty Rice, a linebacker out of Georgia. Elijah Molden, corner. Rashad Weaver, who I thought was one of the better defensive ends to come out of this draft coming out of Pitt. I was a little shocked that the Vikings actually went for Patrick Jones instead of Rashad Weaver, but that's just how it goes. All in all, This defense is going to not only improve, I think this defense is going to be it's going to be basically like the 1998 Vikings. I know Julio Jones, they're not like Randy Moss. I understand that. Even though, there's probably some people that might want to make a debate about it. But at the end of the day, they've got the weapons. They've got the tools to go out there and make some noise and just go after the entire AFC. We already talked about it. A.J. Brown's one of the best up-and-coming wide receivers in the NFL. Is he better than guys like DK Metcalf? Maybe. We'll have a debate about that later. But you got Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, Josh Reynolds, Anthony Firkser. By the way, I know that they lost Jonnu Smith. The Titans lost Jonnu Smith. But I'm not really worried about it because I feel like Firkser is going to come out and do some good things. You got, honestly, I think a really improved offensive line with Ben Jones and Dylan Radins coming in at right tackle, then Taylor Lewan, who's one of the best left tackles in the entire game. You got a defensive line with Jeffrey Simmons, guys like Tyre Tart, Denico Autry, and really, Jayon Brown there playing linebacker, Rashawn Evans, can't talk today, at outside linebacker, and Bud Dupree also, Janoris Jenkins at corner, Amani Hooker at strong safety. I wish the Vikings would have got him a little while ago, but that's whatever, Amani Hooker. But at the end of the day, I am truly excited for what this team is going to do. Defensively, they improved. This trade made them improve even more. Man, this is going to be a fun year for the Tennessee Titans. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. Are the Titans going to come after the rest of the AFC? I certainly think so. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Make sure, once again, you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've already gotten from you guys. You guys are truly, truly awesome. We love you guys. Also, check out our website at thesportsbriefpodcast.com. And in the description down below, you will find all of our links to our social media platforms. So make sure you guys give us all a follow there. But until next time, we'll see you.